Have you ever heard the expression, perfect is the enemy of good? It's a popular warning in the industry that tweaking a design to perfection can stall progress, especially since no design is ever truly perfect. But rushing out the first idea without testing can be just as costly, especially when you factor in rework and remediating issues. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak, by putting a lot of work into a design that ultimately misses the mark. The sweet spot is moving quickly while improving ideas and exploring multiple solutions. This video covers 3 structured design approaches that do just that: iterative design, parallel design, and competitive testing. Iterative design is the process of using design iterations, or repetitive cycles, to create improved versions of a design. Each iteration consists of both design work and a usability evaluation, like user testing or a heuristic evaluation, and revisions based on those findings. So if I make 400 tweaks to a design without any form of evaluation, then that's still just one iteration. Real iteration means learning from each version and evolving the design accordingly. It's the go-to approach in user-centered design for a few reasons. Mainly, it's simple. You go from version 1 to 2 to 3 and onward, guided by insights. And it's scalable. Whether you have a few hours or a few weeks, you can cycle through as many iterations as time or budget allow. But there's a catch. Iterative design often leads to what's called hill climbing, or making small, safe changes that only optimize a subpar design. Because each new version is heavily based on the last, you risk refining a flawed concept rather than exploring better ones. That's where parallel design comes in. Parallel design means evaluating multiple different design ideas at the same time. These can be created by one or more designers and take varied design directions. Unlike A/B testing, which aims to pick a winner, parallel design is about finding the best ideas from each version and merging them into a stronger, unified design. While iterative design focuses on gradual improvement, parallel design pushes teams to think broadly and rapidly come to a unified design direction without waiting for 100 rounds of tweaks to get to a great idea. In a 1996 study, we compared iterative and parallel design. Iterating on a single high-performing design improved usability scores by 56%. Merging the best from multiple designs, a 70% improvement. But combining both, parallel design followed by iteration, led to a 152% usability gain. So, the ideal strategy? Use parallel design to explore broadly, then iterate to refine your design. Now, what if you don't have a team of designers, or you're working quickly and can't afford to spend time creating multiple design visions? A helpful variation is competitive testing. Instead of creating multiple new designs, you create a design and evaluate it against 3 to 4 competitors' existing apps or sites. The process is similar to parallel design, but you're drawing from real-world alternatives. The key is to test these design alternatives with real users, not just reviewing them, so you understand what really works. Many teams skip competitive testing due to slightly higher costs, but it's worth the investment, especially in agile or lean environments where deep exploration isn't always feasible for a sprint. You can still learn from multiple design approaches without having to build them all yourself. So, it's true, no design is perfect. But that doesn't mean you can't build more structure into your design process to get meaningful feedback when it counts the most. Combining the strengths of iterative, parallel, and competitive methods gives you a powerful, flexible toolkit. Use parallel design to spark creative breakthroughs, iteration to refine based on feedback, and competitive testing to ground your work in real-world insights. When you apply these strategies together, you make better design decisions with creativity, speed, and most importantly, confidence.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more UX videos, check out these over here and consider subscribing to our channel. You can find even more resources on our website, including a free library of over 2,000 UX articles. And if you're ready to dive deeper, we offer both live hands-on UX training and self-paced courses you can take anytime and at your own pace. Explore our full course library at nnGroup.com.